We're celebrating all things Pride this month, and who better to introduce us to some of the most legendary artists to fly the rainbow flag than Adam Lambert. Here he is with his Pride icons on 4Music.
Hello and welcome to Pride Icons with me, Adam Lambert, where we're showcasing the legendary artists who've flown the rainbow flag and wowed us with their stage presence, dramatic fashion, and endless charisma. Coming up, born entertainers Lady Gaga, Sam Smith, and Elton John. And if you're lucky, you might even hear one of my tunes. It is my show, after all. Kicking us off is the Queen of Underdogs, a woman who inspires us all to summon enough courage to celebrate our flaws and to be wrong in all the right ways. This androgynous star has long been an advocate for LGBTQ+ rights, a beacon of light, thriving in the face of adversity and forever championing diversity. Raise a glass to the game-changing work of Pink. Welcome back to my musical library of Pride icons, where every entry is dripping in uniqueness, charisma, and sass. Next up, it's time for the most glamorous ponytail in pop. Ariana Grande grew up idolizing her gay brother Frankie and learned her now iconic makeup skills from the queens of New York. And not only have her songs been embraced, but they've also become some of the most worshipped hymns in the LGBTQ community. So, are you ready to celebrate this pint-sized dynamo? Here she is, Ariana Grande. Madonna, Sia, and Sam Smith are all still to come in our parade of Pride icons. But now, it's time for something a little bit special. Ever since she exploded onto our screens in her Ziggy Stardust-esque makeup and shiny disco ball bra, Lady Gaga has been one of the gay community's fiercest advocates. For over a decade, she's promoted the LGBTQ+ agenda and injected queer culture into the mainstream. If you want to fill a rainbow-colored light-up dance floor, Gaga will get you there. So it's no surprise that Born This Way has become this generation's Pride anthem. Give it up for Mother Monster.
Music.
Well, it wouldn't be Adam Lambert's Pride icons without some Adam Lambert, now would it? So I came up in the clubs and stages of Hollywood, where I first found my kind of people and we celebrated each other. I was finally bonding with like-minded aliens that dared to live outside the lines and on their own terms. My advice to anyone struggling with accepting themselves is find your tribe, and you'll be truly amazed. Growing up, artists like David Bowie were massive inspirations to me. They helped me realize that I wanted to express my gender and artistic identity differently than the mainstream. And of course, all the crazy dreamers out there, you are actually my true inspiration. We've come so far, and we still have a ways to go. So I want to dedicate this one to all of you beautiful people. Next up is a Pride icon who's been a part of my pop culture experience since I was a kid. Rising to fame in the 80s, Madonna was branded the Queen of Pop. And 30 years later, she's still the world's most successful female recording artist of all time. Madge was deemed to be the preeminent gay icon of the 20th century. Back then, the release of a new Madonna music video was like a national holiday among her fans. When the AIDS epidemic arose, and most artists distanced themselves from that very audience that helped them rise, Madonna turned the light back on her gay fans and made it burn all the brighter. An enduring Pride idol who no one can resist, I give you Madonna, the original Queen of Pop. It's time for a spot of royalty now. I first came across Queen as a kid watching the Bohemian Rhapsody headbanging car ride scene in Wayne's World, and I instantly fell in love with the 70s glam rock icons. Frontman Freddie Mercury was widely considered a gay icon, often alluding to his sexuality via his flamboyant, high-camp stage antics. You know, I've been lucky enough to play with Queen in recent years. Although filling in for Freddie is like filling in for a god. Theatrically, I think I share some of his flair for the drama and silliness. Plus, Freddie had a great sense of humor, and I don't think he was really ever taking himself too seriously. With a song for every mood and every outfit, give it up for Queen. Next to hang in my gallery of Pride masterpieces, Sam Smith. Sam has recently come out as non-binary and genderqueer, stating, "I feel just as much a woman as I am man. It's all on a spectrum, and I flow somewhere in between." While his songs are mostly about heartache and broken relationships, you can't get any camper than winning the Oscar for a Bond song. What a legend. Please welcome to your screens, Sam Smith. You're watching Pride Icons with me, Adam Lambert. Now, I've only got a few more stars left in my portfolio, but we've saved the best till last. Up next, to raise your spirits, we've got an Australian who is as much known for the contemporary dance performances in her music videos as she is for that fabulous fringe of hers. Sia has described her love life as flexible, choosing to date boys and girls and anything in between. A longtime rights activist, she's publicly stated her gratitude to the queer community and continues to blaze a trail for up-and-coming LGBTQ+ artists. Time for some cheap thrills now, so grab onto that chandelier and behold the wonder of Sia.
Up with it.
Sequins, massive spectacles, glittery platform boots, and a grand piano. This compilation of Pride icons would not be complete without megastar and national treasure, Sir Elton John, who is quite possibly the most famous gay man in the world. You know, it's easy to forget that as the biggest pop star of the 70s and an openly gay artist, Elton grew up in an era where being homosexual was medically considered to be a mental disorder. Well, how far we have come. Instead of hiding, Elton became bolder, louder, and more flamboyant in the best way possible, all while establishing himself as one of the world's best-selling music artists. Dozens of his songs are ingrained in mainstream culture, permeating film, TV, and influencing a new generation of artists, some of which are featured in this list. Elton shook up the music world with his talent and his fearlessness, a revolutionary in his own right. Give it up for the Rocket Man himself.
This August, we're going all out for Pride. Loud and proud pop from Adam Lambert, Bobby Norris, El Divine. Plus, I'll be hosting a Pride party. Be who you're proud to be this bank holiday across 4Music.
The time has come at last for the jewel in our crown of Pride icons. If Madonna captivated the gay audience of the 80s, then the naughties were all about Kylie Minogue and those gold hot pants, as she found herself embraced by an increasingly queer fan base. A public advocate for gay marriage, Kylie has performed at Pride events all over the globe and brought joy and acceptance to millions. From soap star to true Pride icon, the enduring appeal of Kylie Minogue rages on. And as her songs are catchier than the common cold, we just can't get her out of our heads. Here she is in all of her glory. And just like that, we have come to the end of our celebration of Pride icons, a rainbow-colored roller coaster ride through some of the most impactful and legendary artists of the last few decades. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. I'm Adam Lambert, and I'll see you again soon.